Yuji is brave, kind-hearted, and understanding, but he is also the biggest threat to humanity. And now he is on a collision course with the realities of life. But it didn't start out this way, because the first time we're introduced to the character, he is simply a kid in school with his friends, who spends the afternoons taking care of his grandfather, who is sick in the hospital. But his world would be turned upside down when his grandfather passes and he discovers that an object that he found is cursed. But when confronted about the object, he reveals that he left it with his friends, which through a series of events leads to him eating the cursed object, which happens to be the finger of one of the most powerful curses to ever exist. And this is where the most brutal life of a main character's story begins, because he is thrown into Jujutsu High and is now forced to be part of a world he didn't even know existed. But what we the audience witness is a high level of stress and torture, because Yuji faces off with some of the most demonic of beings, while also trying to control the curse which is constantly trying to take over his body. And at first, you think he's going to be targeted by everyone, but his electric personality quickly makes him some allies and friends. And even though situations are dangerous, we discover that he's extremely gifted in hand-to-hand combat, and his physical strength is on par with some of the top characters, which makes you believe that he can achieve anything he puts his mind to. And since his focus is to help people and protect, we the audience quickly fall in love with him also. But things for him quickly take a dramatic turn when a group of extremely intelligent curses devise a plan to toss the world into chaos. And a pretty important part includes him being possessed. And with that stage set, we watch him and his newly acquired friends go on a rampage to protect the citizens of Japan from these demonic curses. But tragically, around every corner, he is confronted with death and some of the most brutal beatings you'll ever see in a series. And when you think it can't get any worse, the demon inside him takes over for a short period of time and decimates half a city's worth of people, making him a walking disaster, which sends him spiraling into depression and almost madness. And to add fuel to the fire, a curse that's obsessed with him takes the lives of almost everyone he loves. And we the audience watch him lose that joyous light in his eyes as the world spirals uncontrollably. But now we are left with the character who's being hunted by the people who worked alongside him. And it'll be interesting to see how a man can piece his life back together after such tragic events. And that is something that makes him an ultimate character. Now, if you enjoyed this quick breakdown, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And when you're done doing that, click on that video that just popped up, and I will see you on the next one.